election commissioners are present. The first item on our agenda is approval of the minutes from the meeting on February 17th. And those minutes are there in the packet.
I'll move to approve the meetings of the Election Commission meeting on February 17th, 2021.
Okay.
I second that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the meeting minutes from February 17th, 2021. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? None. Okay. Minutes are approved. The second item of business and what brings us here today is appointing our election inspectors for the May 4th election. So it's the action is appointment of individuals to boards of election inspectors for the city's 19 voting precincts, the absent voter counting board, and the receiving board for the election to be held on May 4th, 2021.
I move for the appointment of the officials as indicated in the packet for the various boards.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the appointments and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 And that's unanimous, so there are none opposed. And that's approved. The final item, and this is an effort to try to eliminate having a meeting, one of our meetings later in the year, is going ahead and adopting a resolution approving the temporary consolidation of precincts for the November 2nd election. This is something that we would be asking the Election Commission to do in August or September, usually for the November election. There's nothing preventing us from taking this action now. So we thought, well, why not take it now? This is the typical consolidations that we do for elections that aren't the August or November even years. So the smaller elections, this is a typical consolidation, and we're just bringing this forward now, and that will eliminate us having to meet for just this specific purpose in August or September.
I move for the consolidation of the precincts as presented.
Second.
For the November election, November 2021 election.
Yes. And Aaron, that was a second I heard. So
Yes.
a motion, we have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And there's none opposed. In terms of discussion items, a week or two ago, the Michigan Senate Republicans came out with 39 bills to reform elections in Michigan. There are a lot of different provisions there. I haven't even read all of the bills. So that's something that we'll be watching and seeing how that plays out. And is there anything else you can think of, Shelby, that's noteworthy?
Just getting ready for the May election. We sent out over 4,800 absentee ballots in our very first initial mailing for the May election, and we continue to send out ballots. So people are returning applications, those that are on the permanent list, and then of course anyone who requests one, an application be sent or comes in. So just getting ready for the May election.
What is on the May election, if I ask?
It is a question for KRESA. It is a renewal of a millage.
Yep.
The only thing I would bring, and I just before this meeting, I was going through my emails. I get on a service from the state bar that brings significant cases that have been recently decided to our attention. And 2 election cases were in this morning's summary. One out of the 6th appellate circuit, and regarding the signature requirement for independent candidates. It's almost a 40 page opinion, so I haven't plowed through it. Most of it it's a 2-to-1 decision. It's the first 30 or so pages is the decision. Then there's another 9 or 10 page dissent in which Justice Griffin kind of takes to task the other judges for kind of reducing the level of signatures required for independent candidates as opposed to everybody else. So I will take a look at that and I'll forward that to you for your interest. The other case comes out of Oakland County. There's a group of people, they were called themselves Jobs for Oakland. And they had a lot of petition drives in Oakland County to permit retail marijuana establishments in various communities. And when for Royal Oak, when they submitted them about a week before the deadline in last August. And when the clerk went through them, they found that they didn't have enough signatures. So it disqualified the ballot question, and the deadline for certification passed before the Jobs for Oakland folks decided to go to court to get that turned around. It finally came to the Court of Appeals, and they said, this is moot because your motion was to put the question on the ballot for the 2020 election. The 2020 November election is come and gone. And there was at least a couple of other cases that they said had been resolved involving similar issues, so they didn't take up the case. So it's that, and I guess I can pull up the other 2 cases that were referenced. But it's something that you might find some interest in terms of mootness, in terms of appealing when a clerk says, "Oh, you don't have enough signatures." And again, it's also interesting how this group of people who are marijuana advocates didn't really say anything about marijuana in the title of their organization. It's Jobs for whatever the community was. So this is a full employment proposal as opposed to a marijuana proposal. I found that a little duplicitous, but be that as it may, I will get those opinions and I'll shoot them to you for your information.
Sure. Well, it's always interesting to read, especially ones about petitions, because you get to see, a lot of the law around petitions ends up being case law, right? I mean, there is the law itself, but how it gets interpreted and how you could expect a specific situation that you're dealing with to play out should it go to court. It's usually the case law that's important there. So yes, thank you.
No problem.
Anything else for the good of the order? All right. Well, then we can we'll go ahead and stand adjourned at this point.
Wait, Scott, we need citizen comments.
Oh, citizen comments. Are there any citizen comments out there?
No, there are no comments at this time.
All right. Thank you. So we gave an opportunity for citizen comments. There are no citizen comments. At this point, we stand adjourned. Thank you much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right.